Hello ladies, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to avoid the midlife burnout. Or if you're already there, how to overcome the midlife burnout. And when I tell you I am speaking from experience, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I did because I actually had midlife burnout sometime last year and it was in my mid 50s. And so I would just like to share with you this information so that you can avoid going through what I went through. So we're going to start out with an acronym for the word self-care. And in self-care, the S stands for spirit. It's very important, ladies, to nourish your spirit. And when I say that, I mean spending time talking to the Lord, hearing from God in the peace and quiet of the morning or the night, whatever you prefer, but just nourishing your spirit with spending time in the Word, hearing from the Lord in prayer and meditation, because it's very important to do that because you never know what you're going to face throughout the day. Things happen in our lives, and I find for myself that when my spirit is strong, I'm able to weather the storms of life because, as you know, like with the weather, storms come. The same thing happens in our life, and it's so important to strengthen your spirit on a regular basis. For me, that's every day. In the morning time, I get up and I may read a book. Right now, the book I'm reading is called Unshakable Trust, and I'm going through some things, of course, but it's really helping me trust in the Lord and just depend on Him, and whatever He decides for my life is going to be fine with me. I'm also studying the book of Philippians right now, and this is what I choose to do, and that I do every morning. And I have a gratitude journal where I will document some things like what I'm grateful for and what makes me happy, and so that just helps me to identify those things and just have a grateful heart. I don't spend the day starting with the news and scrolling, because for me that's just not what's helpful for strengthening my spirit. And so let's go to E. And the E stands for eat for energy. And it sounds kind of funny, but it is very true. And I'll tell you an experience that I had. I was on keto and low carb and just trying to watch my carbs, and I absolutely had no energy. And so I began to learn a little more about what my body needs, and everybody is different. I need carbs. Now, I don't need processed carbohydrates, but I do need complex carbohydrates. And when I find that I get the right amount of protein, fats, and carbohydrates, I feel like I just have more energy. And this has been very helpful for me. So food is supposed to fuel our body and not drain it. Like when I think about when we put gas in our car, for me, when I put the highest number gas, like the 93 octane or whatever they call it, in my car tends to run better. And when I put the right amount of food and the right type of food in my body runs better as well. So find out what it is you need to do for your body and be sure to eat for energy. Fuel your body with the right foods. For the most part, that's going to be clean proteins as well as vegetables and fruits and legumes and nuts and things like that. But take some time to learn more about your body and what your body needs so that you can eat for energy. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is L, and that is let go of guilt. And for those of you that are moms, for me, I had a little guilt, especially I think since I had children, I had guilt for this or that. But as I have gotten older, I think my guilt was looking back, thinking, oh, I should have done this better when I raised the boys, and I could have done that better. But, I did the best I could with what I had, and I had to reframe my thinking to look at the things that I did do well. And for those things that I didn't do so well, and if I need to apologize to my boys, go to them and say, hey, I didn't know. I now know better, and I apologize, and, just let them know that, I wasn't a perfect parent, but I did some things well. And so I had to reframe my thinking and look back at what I did do well as a parent, as well as what I did do well for my health. There were many years where I didn't exercise because, of course, I didn't need to. I didn't think I need to anyway, but I was slim and I didn't have to worry about gaining weight. I could eat whatever I want. And now that I'm older and my body is just not the same anymore, I have guilt about, man, maybe I should have gone to the gym all those days and lift weights and things like that, and I didn't do it. But I just look back at what I did do. I started eating healthy probably in my early 20s, and I did raise the boys on mostly organic foods and minimal processed foods, and I looked at the dyes in the food. So when I look back, I didn't do so bad. I didn't do perfect, but hey, perfect is, I think, a dream that never happens anyway. So that is L. Just make sure to let go of the guilt and forgive yourself. And if there are things that you have unforgiveness, please deal with the unforgiveness, because it doesn't hurt the person that you have the ought against or the offense against. It really hurts you. So let go of the guilt, forgive yourself, forgive others. The F stands for fill your cup first. And this is so important that we cannot pour out of an empty cup. And it's important that we nourish ourselves, take care of ourselves, so that when we have to care for others, we are working from a cup that's not empty. It's maybe half full or 75% full, or maybe it's overflowing. I like to be in a place where when I spend time with my children or my family, that I'm really giving out of an overflow. There are times when I am drained, but that's okay, because that's my love for my family is I want to spend time with them. I want to give to them. And so I don't mind giving out of my cup that's maybe 75% full, and then I'm down to 25%, especially when I'm with my grandkids, because they have so much energy and I'm trying to keep up with them. Mentally, I feel great. Physically, my body goes to bed when they go to bed so that I can have enough energy to deal with them the next day. But it's so important to fill your cup first and not be all things to everybody, and then you not taking care of yourself, and then you won't be able to be there for your family. So that means exercising, saying no. No is a full sentence, and you don't have to give a reason why you say no. Just know that if it's coming from a good place, it's okay to tell people no sometimes, that you can't do some of the things, and they need to understand that. And if they don't, that's not your problem, okay? So in the C for self-care, it's connect with purpose. And what that means is, it means a lot of things, but for me, it means surrounding yourself with people that are good for you, that when you leave their presence, you feel like you've been uplifted and you've uplifted them. You know, we want to make sure that when we are around others, we're giving as well, not taking from them all the time either. But make sure you connect with others and just find out what it is your purpose is in life and things that bring you joy, what it is you're called to give to this world we live in, and be sure to connect with purpose, and well as activities that you enjoy doing. There may be some activities that you feel great after you do. For me, that is going to my favorite lake called Smith Creek and Wildlife Refuge. It's a beautiful lake here in the area that I live in, and it's actually named after me, Smith. No, it's really not. But anyway, I like to think it is. I'll go out to the lake. I did yesterday and just sit by the lake, relax. Sometimes, most of the time, I walk around the lake to exercise, but it's just a beautiful place that I go in nature. And I have a couple of friends that like to go there with me, but if not, I'll go with myself and spend time. But connect with people that like to do activities that you like to do, and that connects to your purpose. And then the A in self-care is actively move. And I think I just talked about that. I personally have been working out now for a few years on a regular, consistent basis. And I don't even like to sit too long now. I work from home. This is my office and my desk, but I literally will stand up. I will spend some time walking around. I have a rolling desk as well, but I don't like sitting too long. I don't feel well when I sit long. So actively move, walk, stretch, do some strength training, get your body moving so that your body can stay healthy. Because as we get older, we have to really resist, the aging process with our joints and things like that. So actively move, even if it's just taking a slow walk around the neighborhood. This morning, I didn't do a whole lot of exercising. It's not a day for me to go to the gym, but I did slowly walk around my neighborhood with no music, no headphones, just talking to the Lord. And then when I came home, I literally put on a pair of garden gloves and pulled some weeds out of my flowers. So that was my exercise this morning. Sometimes my exercise in the middle of the day after I eat is just dancing. I have a couple of videos that I like to watch, and I learned how to do the line dance, boots on the ground one day. That was fun for me here by myself, but it's just me moving around and keeping my body healthy. And so actively move. And then the R in self-care is rest and renew. And I will say, even the Lord rested on the seventh day after all the work he had done, if you read it in the book of Genesis. And it's very important that we rest and renew. Sometimes when our computers get overloaded and we are not figuring out why it's not moving faster, it's slowed down and glitching, sometimes you have to turn it off and reset it, reboot it. And our body needs that as well. We need it daily. That's why we should go to bed at night and get some good sleep. But we also need it sometimes weekly, where we just check out and spend some time resting. And whatever that means to you, renewing, it may be going to the spa. It may just be sitting in your backyard and reading a book. Whatever that means for you, but be sure to just get some good sleep. Just be still sometimes. In the world we live in, everything is just always moving fast. Be still. And I think of the scripture, be still and know that I am God. Sometimes it's good to just be still and talk to the Lord about what it is you're going through or what questions you have, but also listen to hear from him, hear his voice about what it is he has to say to you as well. So rest and renew, it's very important. And then the last one is E, embrace the season that we're in. You know, for me, I am 57 this year, and I'm okay with that. A couple of years ago or a couple of months ago, I was a little stressed about I'm getting older, and that's okay. I am going to embrace this season that I'm in. It's a season of wisdom that I didn't have. I'm not who I was in my 20s anymore physically, but I'm also not who I was in my 20s anymore emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and I'm fine with that. So embrace the season that you're in and get all of the things that are for you this season out of it and enjoy it. I actually love this season because I feel like I'm more stable mentally. There are some things that I don't like about this season, but I'm working through that physically for my health. But embrace the season that you're in, because life is short, and it's too short for us to be not liking the season that we're in. If there's some things you need to change, I just challenge you to do whatever you need to do to change the things that you don't like in this season of your life, and just do one at a time. Take your time. Don't overwhelm yourself with it, because if you're anything like me, you have a lot going on in life anyway. So for those of you that are still with me, thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell. Place in the comments which one of these areas you feel you will start with, or which resonated with you the most. Place that information in the comments so that we can have a discussion about it. And be sure to come back for more information, where I love to give information to women over 40 around health and wellness, and so that we can embrace this season that we're in and leave a legacy for our families. Take care, and thanks for watching.